I think our community, as little as it is, has gotten it. Okay. Um, let me get my okay. Yeah. All right. We're back. I apologize for the wait. I've been uh both busy and procrastinating this episode. Not because I don't like to talk about this one, but because I'm just lazy. I'm 742.
I oh yeah, I have to introduce myself.
Yes.
Hey Doe, Rumbly Rex, co-host.
We've done
You
this
get
for
you
we've done this
yeah.
for 11 episodes and we get no better at it any point.
I think it's just gonna get worse.
Episode 100, we're recording it on Motorola Razrs. The audio is crap. It's a Nintendo DS. It's going to be great.
The Nintendo D. The quality just progressively gets worse as we go.
No, I'm recording the slideshow on a Nintendo DS from a PowerPoint presentation. Like on a projector.
Oh my god.
Oh. Anyways, hello. We missed you all. It's been a minute.
Yeah,
But we're
been a
here.
hot second.
We're back with a regular episode and we need to do some house cleaning. We need to talk about I my okay, my computer froze. Fun. Are you still there, Rumbly?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
They're
So
shoveling food into my mouth as we record this.
yeah, Rumbly's got okay, radar snacks. Rumbly, tell them what you got.
I got me some mini club crackers. They're pretty tasty.
I have a 3 pound can of M&Ms sitting next to my desk. So radar snacks in the comment section.
Mine is better.
I disagree, but we will. Club crackers are good, but I don't know M&Ms, dude. But
No, club crackers are the way to go.
so a war in Ukraine.
Yeah,
We need to do
that's happening.
we need to do a couple updates since we recorded our last episode, which was the Wagner coup. Um, so there have been rumblings. So a lot of this has changed in my notes since because I've learned more. So Putin has admitted that he had a meeting with Prigozhin and 35 other Wagner commanders, and that he could not get Wagner to replace Prigozhin.
Um, well,
And the funniest thing, he still wants them to fight in Ukraine. He has offered them
dumb,
he has
dumb,
offered them contracts to fight in Ukraine more.
dumb.
It's over. It's over for Putin, man. It's
It's
so
he's it. I don't even want like
it's so
I cannot
Jover.
just we cannot describe to you in words on how done Putin is.
Like, and put yourself in the mind of Putin 20 years ago. Putin 20 years ago would have got Prigozhin and those 35 commanders into the Kremlin and he would have had them all shot. But Putin,
Yes,
he's so he's so weak.
it's like it's not even funny.
No. I think we were right. I think we were right. Putin is going to get either ousted or just pushed to the side more and more, and somebody's going to take his place.
Yeah, I think it's gonna happen a lot.
Yeah. Um, as for the war in Ukraine, it's probably still going to take a long time. War is very slow, and especially with the Russians being entrenched as they are, I don't see any big advancements being made in the next couple months, but who knows?
Yeah. Who knows?
The other big
It's
thing we
been
need,
over a year. Time will tell.
yeah, the other big thing is much more fun. Erdogan, the president of Turkey, is he president or prime minister? That doesn't matter. Um,
Yeah.
has has said that he will stop blocking Sweden's admission into NATO.
So you know what that means.
So we know what that means. Finland is already in NATO, and Sweden will now be able to join. Turkey and Hungary both need to vote to approve, but for all we know, that'll get approved immediately. So I don't think we'll have any issues with it moving forward. So
Yeah.
we need to thank our comrades in Russia for expanding NATO as much as they have. Thank you very
Yep.
much.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys.
Thank
You
you.
put the fear of God in so many countries that they're starting to join us. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Um, no, it is extraordinarily funny.
Wait a minute.
What?
Couldn't Morocco, if they wanted to, technically join NATO?
Uh,
Like it's in within the realm of possibility, right?
like North Atlantic Treaty?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I.
If it gets ratified and they wanted
I
to,
mean, Greece.
they could.
I think Greece is kind of in line with that, like geographically.
Yeah.
I mean,
So it's like
they're never going to because,
obviously
yeah.
for a lot of reasons, but if it were to happen, it can.
So, news continues to happen. Since recording the episode, uh, Ukraine attacked the bridge across from Crimea to Russia, and um, this is fine. It is a military target since it's used for military purposes. So, like war crimes wise, it's fine. Russia has been pretty salty about this and has taken to backing out of the grain deal, which means that the grain deal was that Russia and Ukraine agreed to let Ukraine ship grain out of the country to international waters and uh, ports so they could still sell it, so people wouldn't starve. Russia has now backed out of this, meaning that they have started bombing Ukrainian grain like silos near ports. I think as of now, like 60,000 tons of grain have been destroyed. It's not good. Erdogan, the president of Turkey, has said that he will have a new one negotiated. And the other funny thing is that the BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, were having their conference in South Africa, and Putin said that he was going to go, but South Africa is a signature of the international court system, meaning that they would have to arrest Putin because he has a warrant out for his arrest. Um, Putin is just not going now, so just more evidence for the fact that it is so over for him. Anyways, back to the podcast. Yeah, no, it's Jover for Russia. I don't know, man. So,
Yeah, I know. I think they're done.
which is great. Um,
Very good. Very good.
okay, I didn't put it in the slides, but I spent more money on Legos. I I
He did.
I did.
I too as well did, but
This is what we spend our money on. But yeah,
yeah, no, we have a problem.
yeah, we do. Could be heroin.
Eh.
So, we need to talk about this man. The man who discovered the West. I mean, no, he didn't.
No,
Um,
obviously. He thought he did.
he thought he. No, actually, he died believing that he found the East Indies. He died believing that.
He didn't. He didn't.
Um, so we need to do some background information because this is a history podcast. So we're going to do about half hour of history and then we'll actually get into the subject.
Yep.
So before modern history, Cuba was populated by, of course, indigenous tribes. I I'm not going to try to pronounce them. I know the one is Taino, but no, I'm
I
not
know
even.
is right
I'll put it up on. I'll put the word up on screen, but I'm not trying to pronounce that because I
because
don't.
if you've played Age of History enough, that's the one in Cuba.
So Cuba was not the first island to be discovered, giant air quotes, by Christopher Columbus, but we actually know the date. It was October 27th of 1492 where he claimed the island for
Or
the
he sailed the ocean blue.
yeah, he claimed the kingdom of Spain. He claimed the island for the kingdom of Spain. Whoop-de-doo.
Yes.
Um, in 1511, the first major settlements on the island were done, and the first thing they did was enslave the natives.
Because slavery
Yeah.
is good. Don't try
So,
it at home because it's illegal.
looking at you, I don't know, Somali gang pirate who is thinking about starting a slave empire. I
The
don't.
Somali gang pirate that tried to aboard a cruise ship. We're looking at you,
Yeah, if you're watching this.
staring at you very intensely.
So, due to a dual effect of both being used as slaves and disease, the native Taino population was almost completely wiped out. Um, so, slave trade, a lot of Africans get shipped over and start being used as slave labor to.
The Atlantic slave trade.
No, Jesus. Um, so they used the island for mostly sugar. Sugarcane was the big money.
Spice, everything nice.
Yeah, the British
And a hammock.
known for conquering the world for spices and then never using them. Ooh,
And a hammock.
I see you, British people. I see you boiling your food. I see you.
And a hammock.
And a hammock. Thank you.
I can't forget about the hammock.
I actually own a hammock.
We do as well.
I've used it twice, I think.
We use it every day.
Oh, well, okay. Yeah, no. Um,
Just to one up you.
Jesus.
Nothing. Nothing
So
personal.
we do a little 7 Years' War. The British seized the city of Havana. Havana? Havana.
Have have
It's Havana. I'm.
Havana. Yes. There's
Um,
no O.
they seized. They seized the city, and they don't hold it for long because in the 1793 Treaty of Paris, they have to give it back.
Boo.
Yeah, boo.
You guys suck. Just
Okay.
keep it, you wimps.
Well, they did. The British didn't lose the 7 years.
They didn't.
They didn't lose, but
They
Spain.
didn't.
But Spain didn't
They
lose
they
either.
financially they did.
Oh, but financially, they got run out of the end.
And then the American Revolution.
Yeah. Thanks, Spain.
Thank you, Spain. It's all your fault, Spain. We blame you. You started this mess,
We could have
and you
healthcare.
didn't finish it. Damn
We
it.
could we could have healthcare. We could have healthcare.
But no, you just had to lose.
Oh my god. We could have healthcare. We could have no. It's fine. Fine. Okay.
Fine, fine.
So during the
Being
last,
ruled by Spaniards.
we could have yeah, or the British. We could have had healthcare either way if they didn't have to raise taxes.
Yeah, yeah. We blame the 7 Years' War. It's all their fault.
We could have been a part of Canada. We could have just been one big country.
Anyway,
Yeah. During the late part of the 1700s and early part of the 1800s, the slaves of Haiti did the only major slave revolt in history and completely overthrew it and became an independent country. Um, this was wonderful for the slaves, but it also made the other slavers of everywhere else like, oh, yeah, we probably the people
we,
we
we
abused.
wait. We can do this.
Yeah, the other slaves were like, you thinking what I'm
Wait, this
thinking?
is legal.
And the slavers were obviously like shitting their pants. They were
They're
freaking
like,
out.
damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it.
Yeah.
Oh God, here they come, here
Oh
they
no.
come, here
Oh
they
no,
come.
no.
No, no, no. Here they come on their canoes
And so
or
there was
kayaks or
major.
whatever they.
It would have been
I have no
canoes.
idea.
It would have been canoes.
Would it have been canoes? Okay,
Yes.
that was right the first time.
So, um, a lot of they had a major crackdowns on the slave populations, and Cuba was a complete hellscape for any slaves. Even with all of this, there were still slave revolts in Cuba because, uh,
Well, obviously. I wonder why.
so let's talk about the logistical. So obviously, slavery is bad.
stolen. It's so damn good. It's so damn profitable in the Caribbean that you would think twice not to do slavery.
So obviously slavery is bad, but we need to talk about
Obviously,
like morally, but we need to talk about how logistically it's bad. Um, when you have like 100 slaves to every one slaveholder, there's like a mathematical rate of where you are going to get overthrown. So as a way to like appease the slaves, people could buy their freedom.
yes.
They would work the land, and then eventually they could
For
buy.
like $1,000, which back in the day, that was like if you were like a millionaire.
I actually don't know how much it was, but
That's actually a good question.
it probably changed owner to owner.
I don't know.
A lot of those slaves still worked the lands that their owners that they had worked as a slave, but they got paid to do it. Um,
Obviously, otherwise that would be inhumane. Looking at the United States,
yeah. Well, we've been
that
at
would be like caveman behavior again. Looking at the
yeah,
USA.
staring at the Confederates.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Harshly, not just staring at them. We're staring at them harshly.
what is this? A 50 Shades of Grey fanfic? You have to add in the you have to add in like the qualifier. Oh yeah, the stare was harsh.
Yes.
Get out of here with your. Nah, that's dumb. Okay. Where now you've made me lose my place in my notes.
Ha. And that's why I'm here.
Okay. So Cuba was fashionably late to the party in the independence game. During the 1820s, a lot of Spanish colonies declared independence, like the what was it, like the Gran Colombia, that kind of stuff. But in 1868, a wealthy planter by the name of Carlos Manuel de what is the okay? If you have like the little comma over an e, what sound does that make?
I think it's eh. I don't
Cespedes?
know. I
I
can't
haven't.
remember.
Yeah, I don't speak. Why do I always do this to myself? We always use. So
Yeah,
he.
do some German history next time. How
I.
about
We
do
have
some of that?
all German
Yeah,
history is World War II. All the funny stuff is
exactly.
World War II because. Ugh,
We could talk about some funny Holy Roman Empire
I'm.
nonsense.
It's on my list.
Okay.
Um. So that guy Carlos Manuel freed his slaves and called for other people to fight for the independence of Cuba. They started what was called the 10 Years' War, that actually surprisingly lasted 10 years. And
10 Years' War, except it actually lasted 10 years.
yeah, what was the 100
Unlike the 7 Years' War, the 7 Years' War did not last 7 years.
or the 100 Years' War?
That did not last 100 years either.
It was more, I think.
Yeah, it was a little more by like 35, I think.
Oh, only 35 years, yeah.
Only 35. Only 35
um,
out of like the 2 year existence of France.
Spain kept control of the islands, but the Cuba was granted greater autonomy within the Spanish Empire. But don't people were still wanting independence. This is not a debated
No, because being a slave sucks.
thing.
I wouldn't know that.
No, you're just like, no, I actually do know that. It's just like
No, I know how it feels. I know how it feels.
so about 20 years later, another struggle for independence was going. The Spanish very much outnumbered the Cubans, but the Cubans did mainly guerrilla tactics, which is very ironic considering how the Spanish beat Napoleon.
Vietnam,
I was going to say Napoleon, but yeah.
that too.
Um, but this led to the Spanish doing concentration camps where over 400,000 Cubans died. Um,
See,
the
guys, Hitler's not the only person that did it. It happens.
so did the Americans in World War II.
So, wait. So did the Turkish.
Oh yeah, we don't talk about Armenia. Ooh.
Yeah, we don't not talk about the Armenians. Dirty Armenians.
Don't ask a Turk what happened to Armenia. They won't know.
They won't know because they're telling you a lie.
Um, the American Red Cross kind of broke this to the world, and this led to massive condemnations of the Spanish in this war, meaning that nobody was really going to help them out, and many people were looking for a reason to go to war with them. Um,
Let's
during
blame the main on Spain.
uh, exactly, the United States wanted to make sure their business interests were kept up, so they sent the USS Maine to secure economic interests in the area. And after being in the harbor of Havana for 3 weeks, it done blow up.
Off to war we go. Off to war we go.
So we're gonna blame the Maine on Spain, and it's actually not
Go to
known
war.
whether who really did it, but it doesn't really matter who actually did it because we blame the Maine on Spain, and
Nope.
the U.S. goes to war.
Yay.
Um,
I got 57 more goddamn rounds in this 4-round magazine.
so the Spanish-American War, calling it a war is kind of not
It's
true.
like
It was
saying like some like hood street fighting happened. Like that's pretty much what we're talking about.
it took 3 months.
Exactly.
Um,
Two gangs went to war in the
obviously,
streets. That's pretty
obviously,
much what happened.
obviously, people still died, and it was still terrible. But yeah, no, it ended pretty quickly. Ended with the Treaty of Paris. What Treaty of Paris?
We
Referring
don't know.
referring to my list. 1898. Yeah, that one.
That one. There's so many.
Yeah,
Not even funny. Get original.
I don't know.
Why not the Treaty of Berlin? Wait, that's a thing, isn't it?
I assume there's a Treaty of Berlin, at least one.
What about the Treaty of London?
No,
Or
that's
the Treaty of Rome? Was that a thing? I don't know.
there's probably. Are you just trying to name a European city that isn't?
Madrid. The Treaty of
Okay,
Madrid. Why not
name me one European city that isn't a capital of a country.
Munich?
Yeah, no, I'll take that. I'll take.
Frankfurt?
Okay, you're just gonna name German cities.
Versailles?
You're just gonna. That's French, but yeah. No.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I guess. I should have seen that coming. Um. Okay, so Spain had to give up all of its imperial holdings at the end of the war, and most of its territories went to the United States. But Cuba was set as a protectorate, and
Yeah.
it just basically means that the U.S. is there to militarily defend Cuba while it's still getting on its feet. But in reality, it just means
AKA Big Brother, Little Brother energy.
yeah. But in reality, it just basically means that the U.S. is going to do some not so great business practices.
I'm gonna do some sketchy shit. Doo da, doo da.
Hope I get away
I
with
get
it.
away with it. Oh, too fast.
They did not get away with it.
They did not get away with it, no, but they kept the
So
Philippines.
at the height of that's another episode. At the
Hmm.
height of the power, the U.S. owned 60% of all of Cuba's sugar production, and they were buying 80% of all of Cuba's exports, meaning they were completely reliant on America economically.
They were like, if you leave, we're dead.
Um,
Like we all die of starvation.
the U.S.
We can't
intervened.
function.
Yeah, no, well, yeah, it just means like, oh yeah, no, if we leave, you die, and we make a lot of money off you, so we're not going to leave.
Exactly.
So the US intervened many times in Cuba, and even FDR, who was more hesitant to involve himself in Latin American politics, even intervened. So that just shows you how involved we were in Cuban politics. So we need to talk about this man. Uh,
Fidel Castro.
no, we're not there yet.
Dang it.
We're close. Okay.
Okay.
Why do I his name is
Not important.
his name is Falgenco Batista. I don't know how to pronounce his first name, but Batista. Um,
His name is Batista from now on.
he's Batista. He's in the Cuban army and he gets the rank of sergeant. He leads a coup called the Sergeant's Coup. Very original naming.
Man, naming. It's so original today.
He overthrows a U.S.-backed dictator, and very complicatedly, it's very weird. He gains most of the power in Cuba, and he becomes the president through a not so great
Creating
means.
a dictatorship with himself at his
Actually, okay, it's
So the Caribbean has its fascist dictator number
it's
one.
actually debated.
Next up, Haiti.
Actually, no, I'm gonna have to. He wasn't
I was making a
unpopular.
over.
He wasn't unpopular when he first took control as president in 1940. He actually did a couple good things. Um.
Like, hey, United States starts waving.
Oh well, that and yeah, the United States eventually just started supporting him because they were scared of the communists.
Yeah, because we're in that era now.
Nothing scares the U.S. more than a communist. If you scream communism at an American, they just immediately
You
cry.
don't like your neighbor's dog barking? Communist.
Um. So his first 4 years in office were pretty good, not great. Still a lot of press censorship and all that good political.
Mumbo jumbo.
Yeah, but he still let the people keep their voice in a more sense than he will later. But in 44, he left his post and he went to retire in Cuba. Not in Cuba, in Florida.
He went to go retire in Cuba.
Yeah, in Cuba. Yeah, no. He went to
Hmm.
Florida. And I don't know, maybe the brain
Became a
parasite.
Florida man.
Yeah, maybe the brain parasites got to him in Florida and he just got crazy. But in 1952, he ran again and didn't win, so he led a coup this time with the support of the American government. He did the dictator stuff this time. Rights of the people, banning political parties he didn't like, got rid of the right to strike, and took over most of the major industries because, yeah, Americans like money.
Yeah. So now the Caribbean has fascist dictator number one.
So now we get to talk about the man on the left, Fidel Alejandro Castro Ruz. This man,
Look at that man.
we all know who this man is. I don't think I need to
He is
explain.
the only communist leader to not have an insane beard.
I, the guy on the left, Fidel had a pretty good beard.
Not like, Stalin good, but
Oh, Stalin had a mustache, but yeah, okay.
wait, no. Who am I thinking about?
You are thinking of Mao?
Yes.
You're thinking of Mao.
Thank you. Thank you. That guy.
So Fidel was a revolutionary who boasted Marxist and communist ideals. He
So think of Hitler, but after World War II and communist in Cuba.
actually,
That's him.
I would say that's more Stalin. Castro was a dictator, yes, but pretty good, all things considered.
Yeah.
It's very complicated, but
Okay, so like less insane.
yes, less insane, still very dictatorial, but not as dictatorial or as bad as Stalin or Hitler or Mao
Exactly.
or
Just less insane.
Ho Chi Minh
Or
or Mussolini.
or
The list goes
I'm
on.
trying to think. Or Hirohito or
Yeah, or yeah,
um
the list goes on.
or Kim Jong Un or
God,
list goes on.
nobody's more insane than Kim Jong Un.
Oh my god, that man is clinically insane. Like he needs to get checked out.
He yeah.
They've made everyone there believe that the world started in 1952.
I don't know how much of that is true, but it doesn't matter. They're all
It doesn't matter. That's what they think. So that's like what their calendar was set at. Like
after
that's when the world started.
so Castro appeals to the less radical people in his country, and after a failed attack on an army base, he's thrown in prison. Um, he talks himself out of getting executed, acting as his own lawyer.
Oh, that's
He does the Saul Goodman thing.
impressive.
He just does that.
He did the thing.
His charisma was legendary. It was
His Riz, if you will.
um so he so during his time in prison, his wife actually gets a spot in the Ministry of the Interior, which is a government job, and this made Castro so upset that he got divorced from his wife, and he was furious when his kid was placed in her care.
Okay, that's like, why?
He hated the government that much.
Jesus Christ.
So, after a less than fair election, Batista was convinced to pardon Castro to not upset the people because Castro was very popular, and both him and the American government didn't see him as much of a threat. Um,
Until.
until a couple terroristic threats later, and Castro has to leave Cuba. He meets the guy
Oh,
on the right, Che Guevara, and they go to the U.S. to find funding to start a revolution.
yay. Revolution. Where have we heard that before? France, 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 America, France, France.
List of revolution in the world. Half of it's France.
The other
Everybody else,
half is whatever else.
everybody else is half. Um,
Exactly.
so they get back to Cuba, and having very little people, they do some small raids to get weapons, and they kill a local dictator, getting like I think he was like a governor or something, not very popular with the people, so he gains a lot of support by doing this. He gets more members, and now they can start doing spicy shit.
Ooh, about to do some sketchy shit. Do the,
So
do the.
Castro starts attacking government buildings, but this led to police.
Oh, that's neat.
The police start doing major crackdowns, a lot of extrajudicial executions, and a lot of media crackdowns.
Saying no, this didn't happen. Fidel, it literally did. I don't know what you're talking about. It's happening right now.
So, after a couple major attacks, Batista responds by bombing towns and forested villages to try to kind of smoke out the same thing we tried in Vietnam. But this just led to them being him super unpopular, and pressure started to mount on the Cuban military to depose Batista. Um,
Then war.
the U.S. found Batista found out that the U.S. was kind of like, okay, get him out of there so Castro doesn't become leader because nothing scares the U.S. more than socialism. Um,
Communism.
Batista stole $300 million and fled Cuba. Uh, an army general by the name of Cantillo becomes leader of the government and starts appointing people. And this makes Castro so mad that he breaks a ceasefire that had been brokered when Batista fled, and he becomes the leader of Cuba.
Yay!
Time it. We're done with the history. We're done with the lead up. We're done with that. Now,
And now we get to talk about the good stuff.
now we get to talk about the fun stuff. So, the CIA, the Central Intelligence Agency, wants to
Ah, yes.
they want to kill Castro because the U.S. doesn't like Castro.
We're also the United States, so any form of socialism or like anything relatedly close
If you if
communism is bad.
if you say Medicare for all near an American, they instantly implode.
Exactly. They're
So
like, what is that?
they
That's a thing?
they want to assassinate Fidel Castro. Okay, that's not unusual for the CIA. They attempt this. I was gonna just normally if I was doing an assassination list on everybody on a person, I would just do every assassination attempt. But they tried 600 times to kill this man, and I don't have the lifespan left to do that.
What?
They tried to assassinate Fidel Castro 600 times.
I I, I think we're just bad. I,
So we're gonna just do a top 10 funniest moments. I don't think it's actually 10, but we're just gonna do that because I it makes my life easier.
yes.
So we get to talk about the mafia.
Oh boy.
So this assassination attempt took place before and during the Bay of Pigs invasion. So the Italian mafia was mad at Castro because Castro had banned gambling on the island.
They're in
Not
the United States, right?
yes. So well, obviously since
Okay.
the U.S. and
I,
Cuba were so interlinked that they had operations in Cuba, so they could just make money.
I see. I was like, I, you're dumb.
So the CIA basically hires one of Al Capone's successors to go and kill Castro. The way they were going to do this was to poison his food at a restaurant that Castro was going to eat at. But during this time, the Bay of Pigs invasion happened, and Castro didn't eat at the restaurant where the poison was being held. So that didn't work.
Did it kill a random person? That's what I
I
want
don't
to know.
know because they just never used
It
it.
would be really funny if it did.
No, because they had an operative working at the restaurant who was going to poison him, not like just they're gonna poison the shipment of food Castro's going to eat.
Oh, okay. No, no, I was more like talking about. Okay, so they're gonna like poison his plate specifically, then dip.
Yeah.
But like mid about to eat, gets up and leaves,
No, he
and
just
then
never went.
someone.
He just never went.
Okay,
So we need
it
to
would be
talk.
very funny
We need to
if it
talk about.
that
We need to talk
happened.
about ice cream.
Okay,
Okay, so Fidel Castro likes ice cream, and so does Joe Biden. A coincidence? I think.
I think not.
Um. So it actually is very true that both Fidel and Joe very much like ice cream, and the CIA was going to use this to try to poison him again. Um,
Let me guess, it didn't work.
yeah, it didn't work because they put the poison in the freezer, and when they went to get the poison out of the freezer so they could put it in his food, the container was frozen to the freezer itself, so they couldn't get it out.
Um, why would you keep it in a freezer?
I I guess just
What
out
out
of
of
sight.
all places to put it, the freezer?
I don't know, man.
You could have just like kept it and before giving him the ice cream cone, dab it on a little bit and then hand it to him.
So Fidel ate his
That's all
ice.
you have to do.
Fidel
But
ate it.
no, put it in the freezer for tomorrow. That makes sense.
So Fidel ate his ice cream and went home. So moving on.
Why why the freezer? Like I'm still like baffled by the fact that they thought that was a smart idea.
I love I love how out of everything that's going on here and that we're going to talk about, this is getting you up in arms. Oh my god.
Like the I, like
Uh
if I was a trained assassin about to poison someone's ice cream, I don't think my first thought would be, "Oh yeah, the freezer." No, dip one. I'm going to keep it with me until the day of.
Oh my god. Rumbly explaining to the CIA how to actually assassinate Castro.
That's all. You just had to keep it on you until you until you like hand him the ice cream. That's all you had to do.
You're gonna
But
get a
no, the freezer until tomorrow. That makes sense.
you're,
Let's kill him tomorrow instead of right now.
you're gonna get a letter in your mailbox that's like, "Do you want to join the CIA?"
God, I hope so because Jesus Christ, are they stupid?
Oh,
God.
okay.
Okay, we
So
can move on.
moving on from mafia involvement. Oh yeah, that was mafia involved, by the way. I forgot to mention that.
Oh, that makes it even worse.
Okay. So Castro likes smoking cigars. I don't think that's like news to anybody.
No, literally almost any image you see him in, he's like
He's smoking.
smoking a cigar.
Yeah. So they tried to poison a cigar that he was gonna smoke.
Oh, let
Apparent.
me guess, they kept it in the freezer again.
No, they just gave it to somebody who was gonna give it to Castro, but it just never showed up. The guy
Oh,
probably just stole it.
yeah, hang on, real quick. Let me give the poison to someone else. Let's trust this random person.
So okay, I need to do.
Dumb, dumb.
I need to tell you about something because I did a
Dumb.
little. I did a little it was
Like,
I did a rabbit hole deep dive. So I looked up exploding cigars because that was another way they were going to kill Castro was just by putting a bunch of gunpowder in a cigar and just. But turns out that this was like a party trick. You would hand somebody a cigar that was filled with like a bit of gunpowder, so when they light it, it would explode slightly, nothing to like hurt them, but just for like a practical joke.
oh my
Apparently,
god, let me guess, they were gonna poison the gunpowder and.
no. Apparently, Ulysses S. Grant enjoyed like doing this to people he knew. He just gave them
Hmm.
exploding cigars. So yeah, the CIA was just gonna do that, but more, and just add like a lot of gunpowder.
Oh, that would do the job. Why
Uh,
didn't you do that? Why are we using poison? Just do that. Bye
yeah,
bye, head.
but it never like moved past the first thing because they could never get the cigars to him, and some people at the CIA just say that it was like a fake leak to throw people off their trail, but I don't believe that.
I don't either.
So we need to talk about the CIA's wet assassination attempts.
What?
Wet. So
They
Castro
tried to do this in the water?
Castro was a fan of diving. He was a very avid scuba diver,
Okay, okay.
and the CIA knew this.
I
So
don't like the next image I'm seeing.
their plan was to just grab a seashell, paint it, put a bomb under it, and put it where Castro likes to swim, and just explode it. This
Let me
pl-
guess, the bomb wasn't waterproof.
no, this plan was thrown out for being too stupid. They actually realized this before they were gonna do it.
Okay, thank God, because if they actually tried to do that, that is the dumbest way to kill somebody. Let's kill him while he's scuba diving.
So the other way they were gonna do it was even stupider. They were going to
God.
buy him a scuba set, give it to a person he knows, and then get it to Castro. But the breathing apparatus would be full of tuberculosis, and the suit would be lined with flesh-eating fungus.
They do realize that that would just kill Cuba, not just Castro, like the island itself.
No, it would have been fine. But do you know why this didn't work? This got fully plus planning stage. They had it all ready.
Oh my God, why didn't it work?
The American lawyer who was going to give it to Castro, unknowingly, by the way, got tipped off and didn't do it.
Just send someone reliable for once.
So the so
For
this
once.
this lawyer, for reference, was like doing negotiations with Cuba in pretty good faith, and the
Hmm.
CIA was just gonna like, oh yeah, why don't you just give this to Castro? I think it'd be a fun gift. Don't use it.
Oh my God. But like, if Fidel likes scuba diving so much, he would just have his own. Why
Yeah,
buy him a new one? It's dumb. Just like get an air tank, except fill it up with hydrogen.
I just imagine the CIA. This was just a Looney Tunes cartoon. This was all this was.
Yeah.
This was just
Yeah.
Fidel like being.
This was Tom and Jerry.
This was Tom and
Like
Jerry.
literally.
The CIA
This
is
was Tom and
Tom.
Jerry. CIA is Tom. Fidel is Jerry.
Oh my god. Okay.
But like, hold on. I'm still like, hang on a minute.
Yeah.
Why
Yep.
not just get him an air tank? Because he's gonna need an air tank, right? If he loves scuba diving so much, give
I
him an air
don't
tank set.
know.
Except fill it up with so much helium that he dies.
I don't know. That I think
Just
they probably thought about it.
it's so simple. It's just give him a tank of helium, but say it's oxygen. He'll never know. Oh my god, they thought
I
about
didn't.
this too far.
I didn't.
Like
I didn't think Rumbly was.
tuberculosis
Yeah,
and a
tuberculosis.
skin-eating fungus. You didn't have to go this far.
So the next one.
Oh,
So technically, this wasn't an assassination attempt, but they were gonna put this thing called thallium salt in his shoes that would make his beard fall out just to screw with
not.
him.
Oh my. Just kill the man. If you want to kill him, kill him. Don't toy with him. Just kill him.
The other thing was they were going to give him LSD laced cigars So when he went on air, he would say stupid shit. So he would get like he character assassination. The other idea was to put a spray that would get him so high that he would like just completely go off the cuff on the air and just say everything. Just give him hallucinations.
Oh my god. That would be funny, but that's uh
So you can just imagine Fidel is like, damn, why is my beard falling out?
how do you come up with this shit? Like
Bottomless defense budget and too much time.
I guess not enough
Oh, I forgot
not
to
enough
mention,
funding because of the military
I haven't had to use it.
and a bunch of dumb people in the room.
I haven't had to use it yet, but I figured out how to do the laser pointer. I figured it out.
Yay,
I needed to mention that before I forgot. So,
you did it.
the most stupid one, in my opinion, is the one we're going to talk about next. This is Marita Lorenz.
Mm-hmm.
She was a German woman who, after the Cuban Revolution, met Castro and started a relationship with him.
I see.
According to her, this is a lot of speculation and her account, but apparently they conceived a baby and she was drugged and forced to get an abortion. This led to her
Oh,
getting not so good opinions of Castro, so she leaves Cuba and goes to Florida to do anti-Castro protests.
okay.
This is where the CIA approaches her and is like, "Hey, do you want to like poison him? Go
Oh no.
here. You're imagine the CIA is just like your bad friend who's like, "Hey, go take these pills and go kill your ex. Go have some fun."
We'll have some fun.
So she agreed to do this, but
Oh my god.
according to her own account, when she saw Cuba, like when she saw Havana in the distance from the ship, she knew she couldn't do it, even if she wanted to do it.
Yeah.
The pills were the pills went bad because she put it
I
in the freezer.
I I can't. A cabinet, your pocket.
So
Oh my god. Even like under your bed. Why the freezer?
after
What is so popular about putting poison in a freezer?
after all of this, she and Castro are talking. Castro
Mm-hmm.
reportedly hands her a loaded 45 pistol and says, "You can't kill me. Nobody can kill me." And they then they just did more. They had another relationship.
Oh my god. Assassination. So relationship hating you. No, actually, relationship forced into abortion, hating you, wanting to poison you, doesn't poison you, talking relationship in that order.
So Fidel gets this woman pregnant, has her have an abortion reportedly, and then when she's sent to kill him, he uses whatever goblin technology he has in his back pocket to seduce her into not killing him and then sleeping with him.
Oh my god. Not to mention she put it in the damn freezer, so she couldn't even if she wanted to.
Oh,
Why is it such a popular idea that hey, the freezer is a really nice place for this
I
poison?
imagine you walk into the CIA's office and they're like, "Hey, so don't put things in the freezer. Don't." And then it's like, "Yes, sir." And they get to the mission and it's like, "Did they say put the thing in the freezer?" Well,
Fuck
well,
it.
better be safe.
Better be safe. Puts it in the freezer. Next day, it's not gonna work. Why? Because it went bad.
Did you put it in the freezer?
Yeah, I put it. Yeah,
So,
dumb, dumb,
all
dumb.
right.
You're dumb,
In
dumb.
conclusion, about 640 assassination attempts were spent were tried on Fidel Castro. I couldn't find how much it cost to do all this, but I assume many millions.
Many millions of American slash Cuban dollars.
He, out of anybody in recorded history, he has the most assassination attempts on him. He was president of Cuba until 2008 and died at the ripe old age of 90 years old in 2016.
Jesus Christ.
It is actually the funniest thing.
The damn freezer. Like the damn
The
freezer.
greatest soldier of Cuba.
Oh my god.
So, yeah, in conclusion, CIA, bad at its job. Fidel Castro, very funny.
And the Riz God
And
apparently.
yep. I don't know what kind of like okay, so
Voodoo magic.
there's this rumor that he slept with over like 30,000 women. It's not true, but the fact that anybody even believed that just goes to show how much charisma this man must have had.
Right?
Like, oh yeah, yeah, oh god, okay.
Moving on.
Oh, I turn it over.
It's time for the irrelevant topic portion of this podcast hosted by yours truly.
Whenever.
Alright,
Okay.
okay, we're good. So we're gonna talk about just random inventions that we think should be a thing.
Oh, hmm.
Yeah, it did something different.
Okay. Do they have to be
Alright,
like Do they have to be like
they don't even
practical?
have to be practical. They can just be whatever.
All right.
Alright, I'm gonna leave it up to you. You can go first.
Okay, this is very practical and it probably already exists, but I want a magnet. It doesn't exist. I want a magnet that whenever I lose my keys, it just appears. It just like I turn on the magnet and my keys just fly into my hand. Because I swear to God.
Or like a button that like puts the remote directly in your
Yes,
hand.
yes, the TV remote. If you live with anybody, any family, any roommates, anybody, a partner, where they put the remote needs to be standardized and it needs to be law. Oh, I have spent hours, I mean literal hours of my finite existence looking for a remote. It was
Months even.
it was under the chair. It was under the chair.
Why it's under the chair, we don't know. It's just under the damn chair.
We'll never know. Okay.
Or like, a portal that like lets you like travel from place to place, but the condition is it can't be anywhere longer than 10 miles apart.
Yeah, honestly, that'd be way better than Is there any like limit on how many times you can use it, like in
You
a
can
day?
do it one time a day.
Okay, well, still, I mean, you could just be like, oh, I need to go to school, teleport.
Teleport.
Hi, everybody.
Or like oh god, I'm trying to think. God, I had so much in my head of like dumb ideas.
If okay, I'm gonna say this because it might not sound like it. When you're just like watching something and you think, oh yeah, I'm very smart. I know exactly what to say in the situation. Whatever it is about being on camera or in a recording, your IQ drops and you forget everything you were going to say.
Exactly. You go from smartest human being ever to caveman
Oh yeah,
really quick.
yeah, yeah.
Uh, 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 what about a alarm clock? But instead of like going beep beep beep, it's just a punching. It's just like a boxing
It just
glove
beats you.
that just punches you in the morning. Just beep.
Oh, you
It's
don't
one
have a Spanish mother then.
exactly. Oh yeah, no. If you live anywhere where like your ethnicity is Spanish, you got that covered. It's called your mom.
Any ethnicity that isn't a year any ethnicity that isn't from Northern Europe, you pretty much got that.
Yeah, you pretty much have that covered.
No,
Otherwise, everywhere else, it's a great invention.
So now you guys all know where our ethnicities are from. Wonderful. Woo.
Exactly.
I think we've talked about this in the past.
I think we've talked about this before.
It doesn't matter.
And it doesn't matter. Anyways, or like you know how like in the Lego games where like you hold a certain button and like the Legos build for you. What if that was a thing?
But
Like
that
what if you just press a button
I'd like
and then
that
there
with
you go, Lego.
I'd like that with furniture. I like building Legos, but like
Oh
furniture.
my God, with IKEA, like specifically
Mm.
for IKEA furniture, there was a button that just built it for you.
I bought a shelf for my room and I had to put it together. It wasn't that hard, thankfully. I just needed a Allen key and
Hmm.
a lot of time. But it was just ooh, anything else.
Nothing makes sense anymore.
I could have been doing anything else for those 2 hours.
Or
Oh,
like because like IKEA, it's like they will put in the most random pieces. It won't even be for that type of furniture. It'll be for like a couch. You have a couch cushion for like your wooden chair, just randomly in your box somehow.
oh, I have it. The most thing. An immediate button where you want to go to sleep at that moment. You don't want to be like sitting in your bed for 3 hours trying to fall asleep. You're just asleep immediately.
Yes, yeah, that just puts you to sleep
Yep. And
instantly.
then you can just be like,
Or
yep.
a button that lets you restart the day over and over again.
You just want
Just
to
in
do.
case like you have a bad day, you can just reset that day
You just want to
and
do.
wake up the time you did.
You just want to do Groundhog Day.
To Groundhog Day. Exactly.
Ooh, I have a question for you.
Yes.
This is completely irrelevant to what we are talking about.
Hmm.
What kind of superpower would you want? Any at all?
Um. Uh. Uh. Tough. Okay. I want teleportation.
A good choice.
That I want teleportation because then I can go to London whenever I want.
Give me
Not
shapeshift.
to mention terrorism would be way easier.
Nah. You think you? No. We're gonna commit to
Grab
the
a
bit.
bomb,
No, you.
teleport, place
You're
it,
gonna
light it,
no.
teleport
We're
back.
committing to the bit. Give me shapeshifting for 500, Alex. I will commit so much terrorism. Do you know how powerful I would be if I had shapeshifting?
Plus teleporting. I could have you just shape shift, teleport you there and back.
Sir, we found out who placed the bomb. Who was it? Former President Barack Obama.
Oh shit, arrest him. I didn't do anything. And like his agents are like, yeah, he was here all day.
Actually,
What?
it was former President Donald Trump. It wasn't me. I did.
You doing your impression.
I, I didn't. I,
Like you could just take like the world's largest bomb, place it somewhere, and then just go back
okay,
out of the problem.
we are getting thrown on a watch list for this one.
Yep, no, we're on the UN watch list.
Okay, I don't know how much.
Or like an invention like in the front of your car. Like if you almost run into somebody, it like catches the person in front of you.
Or like if you almost like you nick another car, it just like balloons out like a airbag, and it just like
Exactly.
put yeah.
Like the side of your car becomes like cushion.
That'd be so nice.
It would be. That would fix a lot of the world's problems.
Or just get me a train. Just give me a train.
Just, just a train.
Just give me a train.
Or like boots that like levitate you slightly off the ground.
It would make
Like
walking
like you're walking on air.
in the snow a lot easier.
Hey, just walk above it instead of
Okay, I don't know
in
how
it.
long we've been going. I
I
don't
don't know either. I've just been like spewing out random ideas that
do.
like could work.
Do you have anything else? Do you want to
Um,
do another one more invention and then
okay. I want to think of one more good one.
okay.
You can talk about whatever when I'm trying to
Um
think.
okay. Uh all right. I'm I'm gonna try and get the next episode written. I'm not gonna give a timetable, but hopefully get it written within this week, and then we record it next week. I don't I don't know if that's gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna come up. I try to
I
do it.
got it. I have
Okay.
it. I have it. I have it. You have a suit, right? But the suit changes into like different things, like different things of clothing depending on the weather outside.
Ooh, no,
Like if it's cold, it becomes like a very fluffy insulated jacket.
I can do you one better.
Yes.
Like, you get a fancy set of clothes, but it feels
Mm-hmm.
like you're wearing a hoodie and sweatpants.
Nope, that's better. Nope. You like have like this really fancy suit on, but it feels like you're relaxing at
Yeah,
home watching a
like
movie.
a suit or a dress or whatever. You put it on, and it just feels like you're in the biggest, puffiest
Like the
sweatshirt and the best sweatpants of your life.
exactly. That nope, that's better.
All right.
That's infinitely better.
Um, get at us, NASA. This is our
Uh,
idea.
This is our idea. So what? You can't make it, please.
Yes. Um, okay.
I don't have anything.
All right. Um,
That was it. That was pretty much what I wanted to do. I thought it'd be fun.
yay, we did it. We did the thing we're supposed
Woo!
to do.
Yeah, video.
Well, I'll
Um,
hopefully we'll try to start doing this either once a week or once every like 10 days or something. I can't promise anything
maybe
because we I
busy
we're both busy.
working.
We're both busy and I take forever when I write these.
He puts too much time and effort into these.
I do. Anyways, thank you all for watching.
Yes.
Um I don't have any
I
like plugs to do.
no.
Subscribe if
Um.
you're not.
Yeah. That subscribe. Hit hit the like button. No. We don't say that a lot, but you know I'm gonna start saying it. Damn it.
No, I will no, commit. Ring the bell, push all
Ring the
notification.
bell. To turn on all notifications. Make sure you do it in settings too. Most people don't do that. There's a notifications button in like YouTube settings that you have to hit too. Otherwise, the bell does nothing.
Email all of your friends telling them to subscribe or die, and yeah, thank you very
Make
much.
sure you comment. And hit the favorite button.
The what?
Yeah, there's a favorite button. You can hit that, and it goes like to your favorites.
Okay. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to do some. I've been okay. No, okay. Thank you all for
Hit the
watching.
watch list button too.
Yeah, okay. All right. There's something I know. Thank you all for watching,
And
and
we'll see you next time.
bye.
See ya.